Good morning, everyone. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico Style. Welcome to a brand new week. It's Monday, and we have to start the day, of course, with a shout out to Rio Rancho High School, because the seniors whose Vans footwear designs we featured right here on New Mexico Style are officially advancing to the finals in Los Angeles.
Yay, good for them. They did such a good job,
right?
And it's so nice to hear that. So finals, so they're getting closer and closer, huh?
Yes, and you remember, like you've been saying, last year they only lost by about 61 votes,
yeah.
right? So everyone stepped it up. We've been asking you to do it, and obviously you did. Thank you so much, and congratulations to them. We're so happy for them. Not everything is good news, though, on this Monday morning. Of course, if you heard on Friday, the music industry is mourning the death of famous Beastie Boy Adam Yauch at age 47. Now, Adam, known as MCA, that's how we all knew him, MCA. He's been receiving treatment for salivary gland cancer since 2009. So it's really sad that he lost his battle.
Right. You know, last month he was so sick he couldn't even make it to the Beasties' induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Beastie Boys, of course, first gained notoriety in the late 80s with their debut album, A License to Ill, and the critically acclaimed follow-up, Paul's Boutique. So,
yes.
Tough to...
yeah, I mean, who doesn't know you got to fight for your right to party? It's like a theme song for America.
Right.
And you know, I mean, it's so sad. I mean, the thing about him is that he's not just a great MC, he wasn't just a great rapper. He actually earned individual attention for his efforts in the Free Tibet movement, and also for directing many of the band's videos, which we all came to love. And he was under the alias Nathaniel Hornblower when he was producing. So interesting. And he leaves behind his wife, his daughter, and his parents. It's shocking news. You know, it took like a few days to really soak in, like, oh my gosh, he's really gone. I just remember, you know, my boyfriend in high school did the Beastie Boys for the lip sync contest. I mean, the Beastie Boys were huge, and so it's definitely a sad loss. And I did watch that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction on TV this weekend, and it was sad to see that he couldn't make it. So of course our prayers are with his family and with all the people who got to know him, and of course he left behind a wonderful legacy of music. So that's the story. That's the morning story. So now let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez with this morning's news headlines. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning and happy Monday, ladies. Hope you had a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Thank you. Good morning to you at home. We begin this morning talking about a deadly shooting to tell you about. As a matter of fact, we're actually waiting to hear more about this deadly shooting that happened in the East Mountains. One of the crime scenes was near the Edgewood Fire Station. Now, state police haven't said a whole lot about what happened here, but they do tell us that it was a man in his 30s that was found shot and killed outside an area that is used for target practice. Investigators are treating this as a homicide. We'll, of course, keep you updated as we get more information. And here's another story that is pretty hard to stomach. This morning, funeral plans are being set for a 5-year-old boy who died this weekend. Police say his stepfather threw him against a dresser. That stepfather could now be charged with murder later today. This little boy, Isaiah, had been nearly brain dead for days and was taken off life support this weekend. Police say Isaiah died because his stepfather, seen here, Richard Gutierrez, they say he threw him against a dresser when the little boy wet his pants. Gutierrez is still in jail this morning, charged with abandonment of a child resulting in death or great bodily harm. But again, he could be charged with murder later today. All right, switching gears just a little bit, a New Mexico hair salon academy is helping a local family whose loved one was recently murdered in the state of Washington. Nicole Westbrook, a New Mexico native, was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting in Seattle last month. Well, the Tony and Guy Academy, where Westbrook was once a student, held a cut-a-thon yesterday to help raise money for her family to be able to bring Westbrook's body back to Albuquerque. The salon has raised at least $1,500. Talking a little politics this morning, former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson and presidential candidate has indeed earned a spot on the November ballot for all 50 states. The former governor and business owner won the nomination of the Libertarian Party on Saturday during that party's convention in Las Vegas, Nevada. He entered the Libertarian race after dropping his 2012 Republican bid in late December. All right, summer vacation is right around the corner, and for a lot of teens, that means summer jobs. So how are the summer jobs looking here in town? We sent our News 13's David Romero to find out. Check it out.
Right off the bat, we found that the city of Albuquerque has a variety of jobs for teens that they refer to as fun and learning. Those range from being camp counselors at places like the biopark or even a biopark nature guide leading tours. Teens have to be at least 16 years of age. Anybody younger who applies would need a work permit from the State Department of Labor. Some job experts say that there are several places that are almost always looking for teen summer employees. Those include golf courses, offices, museums, and restaurants. Experts say some volunteer work may not pay, but can help your teen develop good work ethics and get valued experience. David Romero, KRQE News 13.
All right, I like that, especially the golf course jobs out there. Get out there, apply. By the way, applications and further information on these positions can be found on our website. Head to krqe.com and just click under the KRQE Morning section. And that does it for your Monday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt Morrow, Kristen Van Dyke, and me on KRQE News 13 every weekday morning beginning at 4:30 in the morning. Nikki and Kristen, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
You're welcome.
You look well rested from the weekend.
I did. I love my weekends. You know, it's all about catching up on the sleep.
It really is.
That alarm goes off at 1:30 on Monday morning.
It's rough.
That is tough.
I know, it's rough. It is so, you know, and I think the more rest I get over the weekend, the more exhausted I get. I rested a lot, and I'm more tired today, I think, than I was Friday. It happens. Now, unfortunately, as we begin Monday, we have to report another death in the entertainment world. George Lindsey, he was a man whose grinning smile was plastered across televisions for nearly 3 decades. He has died.
Right. Lindsey was best known as the beanie-wearing Goober Pyle on the Andy Griffith Show from 1964 to 1968. It was a role he later reprised for more than 20 years on the TV variety show Hee Haw.
Yep, And Lindsey died in Nashville after a brief illness. He was 83 years old, so we say goodbye to yet another legend. So that's sad news, but
sad news, but some better news.
But there's definitely some good news.
Really good news. No surprise at all either. No big surprises at the weekend box office. Superhero flick The Avengers smashed records, bringing in more than $200 million. That's by far the biggest domestic opening in history.
Huge. I mean, this is amazing, and to know that they shot most of the movie here makes it even more exciting. So I still didn't get out. I know a lot of people in the station did go out to see this weekend. I was afraid of the lines. But I will find a way sometime this week. Now, the comedy Think Like a Man was purged from the #1 spot and sent far behind into 2nd place. Other movies rounding out the top 5 are The Hunger Games, followed by The Lucky One, the book I'm reading, and The Pirates Band of Misfits. I love The Lucky One. I have to say, I don't like to... do you like to read the book and then see the movie, or see the movie then read the book?
Read book, then see the movie.
Me too. I'm the same way, because I feel like the movie usually is
it misses out. You like miss a lot of things, you know?
Yeah.
But the book covers everything in detail.
Exactly.
You need to read the detail first.
I think so too. And then sometimes if you see the movie first and then you go read it, then you have the vision of the actors that play the parts rather than what your own vision is from what the author initially intended. So it's a really good book. It's a love story. I love it. So I'm almost done with it. Almost done.
We'll have to
so
check it out.
We'll see. Yeah, and I like when it's nice weather and you can sit outside and read a book in the breeze.
Yeah.
But not when it's this windy though. The wind kept me up all night. What was that?
Oh, yeah, and it's just going to get worse today. We have a cold front coming through. Big changes moving in.
I hate it.
Say goodbye to the sunny skies and the light winds we had last weekend. Even the hot temperatures, those are saying bye-bye too.